How to knit the clamshell stitch, English style. For this tutorial, you will need a pair of knitting needles and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor UU for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their woolly worsted washable 100% merino superwash yarn in the color pistachio. For this stitch you'll need to know the following techniques: knit, purl, knit 5 together through the back loop, yarn over. To begin this stitch you must cast on in multiples of 4 plus 1. Row 1. Beginning on the wrong side of our work, we will knit 2. Then we'll start our repeat by doing a purl 1 into the next stitch. So we'll keep that stitch on the needle. We're going to yarn over, bring the yarn all the way back to the front, purl into that same stitch again, keep that stitch onto our main needle, yarn over, bring it all the way to the front, and purl once more into that same stitch, and then we'll pull it off. Okay, then we are going to knit 3. And we'll continue repeating this sequence all the way across until the end of the row. And we're going to end our last repeat by knitting 2 instead of 3. Row 2. We're going to begin by purling 2. Then we'll start our repeat by knitting 5. And here we're knitting into those purls and yarn overs from earlier. And then we will purl 3 to finish our repeat. So we'll repeat this sequence all the way until our last repeat of the row. And we'll end our last repeat with a purl 2 instead of a purl 3. Row 3. We'll begin by knitting 2. Then we're going to start our repeat by purling 5. And we'll finish our repeat by knitting 3. So we'll repeat this sequence all the way across until the last repeat of our row. And we'll finish our last repeat with a knit 2. Row 4. We're going to begin with a purl 2. Then we'll start our repeat with a knit 5 together through the back loop. So we're going to go into these 5 stitches here, and we're going to come through the back loop. So just like this. Then I'm going to bring my yarn around and draw through all 5 stitches at once. So I'm going to use the needle for leverage here to pull my yarn through, and there we go. 5 together through the back loop. Pull that nice and tight, and then we're going to purl 3 to finish up our repeat. Some of you probably want to see that knit 5 together through the back loop again, so let's do that real fast. We've got our 5 knit stitches here. I'm going to insert my needle into them all purlwise, coming through the back loop. Then we'll yarn over our needle and draw through all 5. Okay, so just be careful, it's going to be real tight. I split my yarn here coming through, so I'm just going to rearrange that. There we go. Okay, and then purl 3 to finish the repeat. So do that all the way to the last repeat in our row. And we'll finish up our row by purling 2 instead of 3, like always. Okay. Row 5. We're going to begin by knitting 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then we are going to start our repeat by purling into the next stitch, and then we're going to do our yarn over, purl into that same stitch. Remember, we're going to leave this stitch on our needle main needle, yarn over, bring it all the way back to the front, purl, and that will give us 5 new stitches total. Okay. Then we are going to finish up by knitting 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And we'll repeat this sequence all the way across till the last stitch in our row. And we'll end our row with a knit 1. Row 6, we're going to begin by purling 4. Okay, then we're going to start our repeat by knitting 5. And then we will finish our repeat by purling 3. So we'll continue knitting 5 and purling 3 until the last stitch in our row. And we will finish up with a purl 1. Row 7, we're going to begin by knitting 4. Then we'll start our repeat by purling 5. And we will finish up our repeat by knitting 3. So we'll repeat this sequence all the way to the last stitch in our row. And we'll finish up row 7 with a knit 1. Row 8, we'll begin by purling 4. Okay, then we're going to do a knit 5 together through the back loop to begin our repeat. Okay, just like we did before. Careful with your yarn as you're pulling it through. And then we'll pull tight. Then we'll purl 3 to finish up our repeat. So we'll repeat the knit 5 together through the back loop and the purl 3 until the last stitch in our row. And we'll finish up our row with a purl 1. So repeat rows 1 through 8 until you've reached your desired length. And that's how you knit the clamshell stitch. After a few repeats, your pattern should look like this. Want more New Stitch a Day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.